Good evening, ladies, as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena Goblins versus Gnomes. I was at 6-0 at the end of the last video, then I squeezed into one more game, lost it sadly, got just thrashed by a mage. Hopefully we're not going to fight any more mages, and hopefully we'll win another game before this arena comes to a close. My average in Goblins versus Gnomes, having played each class once, is a hair under 7. If this run can make it to, I think, 8 or 9, I'll actually have an average of 7 for my first 9 games, which is pretty good out of 9 games. I had a pretty good start in Nextramus, but not as good as this, so I'm hoping that if I crash and burn it, it'll at least take longer before I start to do so. Okay, the Victorola spins, we get a worthy opponent. Who is it going to be? Let's take a sip of good luck eggnog. Another mage. Well, I did beat one mage this run, so we'll see. Okay, reincarnate. I could reincarnate a loot hoarder to get an extra card. That's bad. I can reincarnate this to get a 2/3. So basically, keeping this is interesting because it's kind of like getting another 2-drop that you already have, plus any death rattle effects. The problem is a mage is probably going to kill this loot hoarder with her hero ability. At best case scenario. So I don't really see the point of keeping this. Let's just keep the other two. As the first player, of course, I won't be able to play both of them, but I do want to keep one in case I have to play one on turn 3, so that I'm not just stuck doing nothing. Now turn 3 might be Lightning Bolt plus play the other one that I didn't play previously. Okay, she's going to coin into Mad Bomber. Well, it's a good thing I hadn't played Loot Hoarder yet. Or else, in fact, if she had just passed here and then I'd played Loot Hoarder, she would have just gotten to kill it with Bomber. Okay, what's the move here? I think I'll play the Stalker. This should be able to trade with the Bomber. If she plays a 2/2, I could kill it with the Stalker. And then next turn I can Lightning Bolt something. Okay, she has a Snow Chugger, which is a famously annoying minion now. We should be okay, though. I don't have anything to play on turn 4, so the Lightning Bolt's not that big of a deal, the Overload. So we're going to go ahead and kill the Snow Chugger. Kill the Mad Bomber. And I'm going to actually play the Loot Hoarder, so I'm going to learn my lesson. There was one game the game I lost in this run, I played Spiders instead of playing a 3/2 on turn 1, and that might be the reason I ended up losing. So I'm just going to go ahead and make sure I always play the higher hitting minion when trying to wrestle for early game control. Okay, this is kind of obnoxious. The Loot Hoarder does not kill the Golem. I'll just hit her in the face. There's really no point, I don't think. And I mean, I could have damaged the Golem and gotten a card, but if she wants to ping this and spend half her mana, she's fine. I'm fine with that. Okay, she plays the Tail Strider. She has something better to do. She damages this anyway. And I get a Stormforged Axe. Oh boy. Well, I think I'm just going to play the Azure Drake to get a card. It is unfortunate that I don't get to play the Stormforged Axe, but I would rather just get this 4/4 down to try to trade it up with the Tail Strider and draw a card in the meantime, which does get me up a card as well, than do anything else that's try to, fancier. Novice Engineer gives her a card, but I'd much rather she do that than play like a good 5-drop, so I'm pretty content. The question is now, does she have a good 3-drop? Oh, she's going to get sneaky here and sneak 5 damage through. That's a move I disagree with, but she gets away with it because I don't have anything to do about it. I mean, I could use the Fire Elemental, but it won't quite kill this thing, unfortunately. If I had spiders on the table, I could deal with it, but I don't. So the question is, do I play Fire Elemental at all here? Let's just take that down. 19 health, with her having 5 cards, I'm not that jazzed about. So we'll kill off this Engineer. I don't want to recombobulate my spiders, so I'm going to play the recombobulate first and then the spider. I guess I could have I could have recombobulated my Azure Drake, but then it would have had summoning sickness, so it wouldn't have been able to kill off her Tail Strider. Man, I took a lot of damage kind of all of a sudden here, which is frustrating. There's a Mad Bomber, which could be very bad. Please don't hit this. Okay, thank you. Alright, unfortunately I can't really afford to hit this with my weapon. And furthermore, I can't really afford to play the Fire Elemental because if I do, and this is a mirror entity, then that will suck. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to check for Vaporize. Or Ice Armor. If I get lucky, it'll be one of those. It's not that. I can't risk a Mirror Entity. I just can't. Yeah, 3+1 would only deal 4 damage, wouldn't quite kill this thing off. Alright, so she gets a little victory here. Crap, I don't really want to give her a Knit Master either. You know what? If she hits the Fire Elemental... you know what? This plus Spider plus Earth Shock would have killed the Fire Elemental. So if it's a Fire Elemental, I'm really, 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 really screwed. But if it's this and she starts getting 1/1s, I'm in rough shape also. Alright, let's hope it's not Mirror Entity. I hope it's a duplicate. It's a fucking Mirror Entity. Well, that's life, I guess. I had to take the risk. I think I was so far behind, I just had to do it. And this would have been rough for me to deal with also. So she's a polymorph for mine, so she gets to keep hers. Oh gosh, you know, if I'd played differently the previous turn, I would have had one of these in my hand to check for Mirror Entity with. But I mean, how could I have known? Whatever. I think I'm okay with this in the end. We're gonna play the Imp Master. I'll reincarnate. Actually, I'll save the reincarnation for the Imp Master. I could get a couple of 1/1s out of here, but there's no reason for that yet. So we're gonna throw everything in. Earth Shock that to death. Hit her in the face because I'm obviously not hitting any more minions with my axe against a mage. She has 5 cards. Flame Strike will clear my board, and I've got nothing left over. Yeah, this is just terrible. That Fire Elemental Mirror Entity thing was a bad thing. But I probably should have played it first, and then I would have been able to kill hers with the spider. So then I would have taken 6 less damage. Alright, well, she's not finishing me off or anything yet here. I'm still hanging in there. I could still actually come back and win this, technically. Alright, Frost Elemental, not bad. I'll freeze off this. Forked Lightning the other thing. I should have made a totem first in case it had been a spell damage totem. Which it was, and I could have done extra damage to that. Yeah, pretty bad play. Pretty bad play all around. Then I could have finished this off with the spider. Alright, let's hit her in the face. Pass the turn. Alright, this could... I mean, I don't have Bloodlust or anything, but if she doesn't Flame Strike me again, I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage. She's down to 6 health. It's a little bit serious. Okay, Mad Bomber comes down. Kills an imp. Damages her thing. Wow, this is actually coming out to be really close, which means that if I lose, it'll be definitely because of my misplays. 2 so far. Attacking her face before checking for Mirror Entity with my Fire Elemental, and then not checking for a totem. Okay, so here we have an interesting choice with this dwarf. I could kill the Dancing Swords. I'd have to throw both my Imp Master and my Imp against it, and my Spider against it, though. So that seems a bit silly. Can I actually kill her? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can't quite kill her. I think I do want to kill these swords, but I don't want to throw away my elemental to do it. So yeah, we're gonna, I guess, actually I could throw a totem in. No, if I throw a totem in, I still have to throw both of these in. Okay. So yes, I will, do that. Run this in. Run that in, get a card. Goblin Sapper isn't going to be relevant. Let's think. I think I want to get... I don't want to extend too much against Flame Strike, so I'm going to try to get a Healing Totem. Healing Totem would be really good, because it would heal this thing back up. So I'm actually going to kill her more damaging creature, knowing that the Healing Totem is actually going to heal this back up to full. In fact, I could reincarnate just to heal it, but that seems a bit excessive. So we're going to pass the turn there. Okay, so can she top deck Flame Strike is basically it. I guess that I only really have 2 real creatures, so she'd have to only just kill them and she'd be fine. Okay, she's gonna get to kill off my dwarf. Or my Frost Elemental, if that's what she's more concerned about. She's concerned about the dwarf. She pings my face. Okay, well. Now I'm down to Pyroblast range. Manatide Totem. Alright, I really want a Taunt Totem, though. That would be the best. Taunt Totem? I don't get lucky this time. But I'm going to do it because there's really no point in not doing it. So we'll kill that off. Nothing to reincarnate. Pass the turn. I get a card from this. She can attack it with the Gnomish Inventor and ping it. So if I had played correctly, this thing would be dead, and then I'd get another turn for Mana Tide Totem. Yeah, that was a really big mistake, not fishing for a spell damage before playing Forked Lightning. That might cost me the game even more than the Fire Elemental mistake. Ouch. So at 6-1, I could have made it to 7, and I just misplayed. So yeah, that's my play fault, not the deck's fault. I guess this deck was decent after all. This was just a 2-4. There's no way she's ever going to get 6 or more cards in hand at this point. Alright, she is going to ping that off. She doesn't have Flame Strike or anything. Maybe she does, but she didn't want to use it. Sludge Belcher will get Earth Shocked. Dancing Swords, however, is going to be difficult. I only have 3 damage right here. I need another Lightning Bolt. Doesn't happen. Okay, well, we're gonna Earth Shock this. Actually, wait a minute. I could reincarnate this thing and get a card that way. Yeah, that's gotta be the move. Alright, we have a Frost Shock. So I think the move here is use the guy to kill that, use this, and Frost Shock to kill that, make a totem, heal that off, and pass the turn. Oh, I could have made a totem first out of guaranteed a taunt totem. Probably would have been smarter. Alright, it's going to be a close game. I mean, she's just like a Fireball and a Frostbolt or a Pyroblast away from winning. Pyroblast, of course, is an epic, but it's an epic that most mages don't pass if they see it. War Golem's a definite problem. I don't have anything in my deck to deal with that, actually. Just nothing. Other than, you know, taunt totems. So, first things first, let's get our card. Puddle Stomper. Okay, we'll do this. Don't get a taunt totem, so we're going to make a couple of quote-unquote taunt totems for this War Golem to munch on, but she's still at a very high health total. I don't really have a Bloodlust in this deck or any sort of burn, so I'm going to lose. But yeah, that was play mistakes all the way, causing me to lose this game. Unfortunate. I'll stick it out. I mean, I don't know what she could have here that's so bad that it wouldn't let her win with the help of that War Golem, but there's always a chance, so I'll hang on. Another War Golem for 5 mana, okay. Pings off my totem. Mana Worm, alrighty. I don't know what I could possibly get that would let me win this game, but we're gonna start hitting her in the face because that's really the only hope I have. She can kill off most of my minions now. Actually, I mean, she can just kill this and attack me with the War Golems and win.
We must cleanse
Yeah, she just
well.
gets through my last taunter, and then the 2 Golems attack for the win. Ouch! Well, that's really embarrassing. This is the problem with posting all your videos on the internet, is you have to show embarrassing crap like this. Oh, she misses it, she has the kill. So if I had a Lightning Storm here, I still wouldn't win. Alright, anyway, well played. And that sucks. I could have definitely won that game. If I'd played the Fire Elemental before attacking with my spiders, I could have killed off the Elemental with Spider, the 3-2, and Earth Shock. Then if I had flipped for a totem first, I would have found the spell damage totem. I would have been able to kill her Gnomish Inventor, which would have kept my Mana Tide totem around longer, which would have also not damaged my other stuff. Oh man, it was just bad all around. Very poor performance by Boris. Okay, well, let's see if we can win the next one. The deck has definitely proved itself, despite my inadequacies, of being capable of making it to 7 wins. Let's see if it'll do that one more time. Last sip of eggnog. Please, can I just not play against a mage? Oh, against a druid. Joey, no less. Joey the druid. Alright, whatever. We'll take it. Can I be second? Alright, I am second. Huh. I just don't see myself using this lightning bolt at all. I don't want to stop Sen'jin from coming down on turn 4 by playing a lightning bolt on turn 3. And I've got things to play on turn 1 and turn 2. So, really, Just didn't see myself ever playing it, and I get it back anyway, so okay, great. What I want is something to do on turn 3. At the moment, it might just be Totem and Earthshock, but that seems pretty crappy. We'll see how this goes. Alright, so he just plays one of those guys. Now, one option I could exercise here, I could actually Lightning Bolt this right now, and then keep the Stalker around, and attack with it. That way I get the Overload out of the way, so I can play the Stomper next turn. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna keep my minion. Next turn I have nothing to do anyway, so I might as well play the Puddle Stomper. Can't Earthshock alongside it, but hopefully that won't be necessary. Panther? Okay, so the Panther's actually the least scary 3-mana minion, or one of the least scary ones, because it doesn't really do much. Play the Stomper, I'm going to hit him in the face. So now he can, like, trade his Panther for one of my 2-mana minions. I'm pretty down with that. Next turn we can play the Senjin. And it's all about how good his 4 and 5 drops are. He's had things to play, so he doesn't necessarily have anything good in his hand. I mean, he could, of course, but since he has had early drops, a 2 and a 3, he may or may not actually have anything good for turn 4. Alright, he does, though. It's not the best 4-drop ever, but it is a 4-drop. He really should trade that Panther for something. The Stalker's not a bad choice, because it'll kill the Dragonling and survive. He chooses to go for the face. I think that's a mistake, honestly. I mean, he's getting some damage through, but at a pretty high price. There's a lot of risk if I had a Lightning Storm or something. So the Dark Iron Dwarf would let me trade the Stalker into the Mechanic. I could then use the Puddle Stomper to trade the Panther, and I have a 4-4 versus a 2-1 left over, and a 2-1 as well. The Senjin just holds the fort. I can kill the Panther and the Dragonling, then I have a 2-1 and a 3-5 versus a 2-4, but the 2-1 is protected against being shapeshifted, so I think this is actually the slightly better move. You can, of course, swipe here, but that would be pretty much a victory, I think, if he swiped, because this thing would still hang around. And as long as I can make it to turn 6 and without being too far behind, the Fire Elemental should be very strong. Let's see if he has a Druid of the Claw here. Always the card you're afraid of. Alright, and Azure Drake. Well, that'll get him up a card. But things could be worse. Actually, you know what? It's fine, really. I can just, yeah, I'm just going to use the Dark Iron Dwarf here, right? So Dark Iron Dwarf on the Stalker to trade into the Drake. And I could hit this and Earthshock to kill it, which is a bit of a frivolous use of Earthshock, except that I have another one, so how more likely am I to use 2 Earthshocks? Or I can just ignore it. He didn't have any buffs for it last time. He's drawn 2 cards since then. I really want to play this Clockwork Gnomes, is the thing. I like the spare parts a lot. This is a very bad matchup against the Senjin, even with Dark Iron Dwarf's help. You'd still have to shapeshift to finish it off. So why don't I just let it be and get this gnome out here, because I want to get one of those spare parts. The spare parts can be very good. Alright, he's going to naturalize a Senjin. That is a bit aggressive. It's really aggressive. So either he has another naturalize or something, or he just has nothing to do. I'm not really sure why he would do that. So we get Coolant, which in my opinion is the best one. Alright, I have 3 silences effects in my hand. The Fire Elemental will just trade with the Ventrico. The problem with that is that he'll first kill my Dark Iron Dwarf. I could shoot the Ventrico and then trade my Dwarf into it. Then I have this versus that, which is kind of lame, actually. I could race him. I could play the Stormpike to shoot that and just hit him in the face. I think that's the move I want to make. Yes, then I'll use the Ventrico to kill one of my 4 power guys, and I can Fire Elemental him to death, and he has a turn of no minions. Aha, that's the move. So we're going to... Oh, wait, what am I talking about? Oh, wow. No, that's right, I was so excited about this Coolant. Right, I freeze that thing. I'm gonna hit him in the face. So now he's got this worst thing ever. His minions are expensive, and he can't even attack with this. He could silence it, but Druids don't have any silence except for Keeper of the Grove. And that would be very expensive to play. Alright, he gets a Senjin. So now, I have a couple options. I could Fire Elemental to Senjin, throw the Commando at it, and just hit him in the face for 4. Or I could Earth Shock this engine, attack him with both of my guys down to 11, and then like burn him in the face down to 8. That seems a little bit aggressive. I don't think that's the right move. No, I think what I need to do here is hit him here, Earth Shock to finish it off, and then just, let's keep it simple. Let's just Fire Elemental his face, and then hit him. So I could have killed the Ventrico, but now he can either kill my Dwarf, which takes him up a card, but then he still can't play minions, or he can trade with my Fire Elemental. And I still have a Dwarf. I do want to try to deal some damage to him. So yeah, he feels like he's behind. Now he's got free access to minions. He has an Argent Commander to kill off my thing, which is very annoying. Oh, that's really annoying. Crap. So I need a spell damage boost, so Earthshock will kill this. Oh, Argent Commander. God, Jesus. Well, let's see if we can get a spell damage totem. We actually do. It's pretty lucky, but whatever. We'll take some luck here. Play the Farseer. I don't want to play the Zap-O-Matic because it'll just die to this Murloc Tidehunter.
Well played.
But you know what? I'm okay with that. Let him do that. And then I have this 3/3. Every bit of damage matters. He's going to have to work pretty hard to kill my stuff. Well, he naturalized Ascension and ended up doing okay. And he's playing this, which I think is a wash. I mean, I needed cards more than he did, but he gets to use the extra cards first. So it's pretty equal, I say. Alright, the question is he going to be able to kill off my Farseer? With 5 cards and 6 mana, he probably can. Leper Gnome, not the most impressive card at this juncture. Alright, he actually didn't have a kill for my Farseer. Alright, I'm going to try to play very simply here. We're just going to clear the board. Play Mana Tide. Shredder. Get my card back. He now has to kill this. I still have these other minions out for 7 damage. He's at 13 health. I've got this damage now and a silence. I can also get a random 2-mana minion, which I think I'll do just because Reincarnate is so bad in this deck. If I can get anything out of it, I really ought to. If it's a Doomsayer, then I can silence it in response. One thing you have to remember with Reincarnate is you can use it on your opponent's minions. So any minion that's been buffed a lot, you can use Reincarnate on to get rid of the buffs. Alright, Ironbark Protector I think is on my other silence before. I can hit him for 7-9 damage. Pretty good. Alright. In fact, almost kill him here. I can't kill him yet, but I'll make a totem. I could have reincarnated, I guess, but I figured the totem was worth going for, so we get another card off the Mana Tide. Sunwalker will be very helpful. Threatening a lot of lethal, he'd need like a Starfall and a Swipe or something ridiculous to clear the board, although that is possible. Then Lightning Bolt plus Stormforge Axe will only be 5 damage. He'll have 6 health after shapeshifting, so he could definitely catch back up here if he has the mask clear. Or if he has like a Force of Nature's Savage Roar shenanigan. That would be 10, 18, 24 damage, so not quite enough to kill him. Okay, kills my biggest dude. I get the Swordsmith. He was maybe hoping for a Doomsayer to pop down. Luckily it did not. Just gonna do that, which I don't know what that's for. Swipe, swipe, okay, there's a swipe. He's gonna naturalize it? Alright, I guess that's what you have to do to kill it. That's what you have to do. And then he shapeshifts. Alright, so he can kill off my spell damage totem, so I cannot kill him with Lightning Bolt and my axe. I fall 1 damage shy of being able to do this. But I think we got some good options nevertheless. So let's freeze that. hit him. You know what? Let's just kill this minion. Whatever. That's fine. And Planet Master. Pass the turn. He says thanks. I don't know why he's saying thanks. It's possible that I missed lethal or something. 2 plus 3 is 5. He had 6 health. Got nothing. Gonna Starfire this, so now he goes up a card, but spends most of his mana. He's gonna bite to gain a lot of health and kill off my Imp Master, so he's hanging on in there. That's a fact. Alright, well, he's at 9 health now. I think what we'll do is we'll Azure Drake. Kill this off. And with me having only 4 cards left, let's go ahead and recombobulate my Mana Tide Totem. So I stop drawing cards. We get Scarlet Purifier, which is not bad. And again, I'm threatening lethal. He's got a lot of cards. If he can actually clear this board, he'll be okay. I don't think he's going to be able to fatigue me, though, and Sunwalker is going to be difficult for him to kill. Especially because he's used 2 Naturalizes already, and a Starfire. Okay, he says thanks again. I don't know why he keeps saying that. I'm pretty sure I didn't miss any lethal. He says well played, and he can say, okay, we make it to 7 wins. But that's not the end of the video. No, sir. We got another 20 minutes to go in this babe. Let's keep on trucking. I should have played Reincarnate to make more progress on this quest, clearly. Okay, well, not the greatest play from Papa Boris in this video, but you know what's important? What's important is that I get lucky and win. That's what's important. So, yeah, feeling pretty good about this. I never liked this deck to begin with, and now that I made it to 7 wins and made my money back, I'm more than content no matter what happens. Alright, we're up against a Paladin. Ubnik, the Paladin. Oh boy, so I think I have to keep my pair of 3-drops here, but neither of them is that impressive, so I'm hoping to get something better. And I do. I now have the perfect 2-player curve, turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, turn 4. Actually, probably the other way around. As the second player, it's going to be very difficult for me to actually pull off this Goblin Sapper. Goblin Sapper, I think, is made mainly, you know, to use in, like, mill decks, where you make your opponent draw tons of cards. That's a really good addition to those decks. But here, I mean, he's going to draw his 6th card and play something, so I don't really see the point. Let's go ahead and get a spare part. It is give a minion +1 attack. Could be quite handy, actually. And I'm going to go for this. Even though it has less power than the Sapper, the total power is still the same. It's 2. And the imps are obviously good for killing off the recruits. Acolyte of Pain, well, gotta be honest, that makes me wish I'd played the Sapper, because the Sapper would have actually been able to, with the help of Whirling Blades, kill this thing off. Balls. Oh, that's really annoying. Alright, well, I'm gonna kill that thing, because you don't want to let Paladins keep creatures. The one upside to all this is the fact that he now actually is vulnerable to the Goblin Sapper, comically enough. I don't think I need to give this thing Taunt. I think I'd rather get a Totem. Healing Totem would have been really good to heal this up as time goes along. He's got 8 cards here. He could actually be in a little bit of trouble if he only plays 1 minion or 1 card a turn. Seal of Light. Oh, wow. Okay, so he wastes the heal. So it's like a 2-mana deal 2 damage. Could be worse. And he has a shielded mini-bot. Oh, so annoying. Okay, well, I can't kill this, unfortunately. And my Sapper doesn't really work anymore. So we're going to play Sen'jin. Throw this away to get rid of the Divine Shield in case he has a buff for it. Pass the turn. Holding our breath now. I really wouldn't want to see Blessing at Kings or anything here. He's going to Hammer of Wrath. Okay, this is actually fine. He does go up a card, but he has to use this mini-bot to do it. He hopefully doesn't have anything else to play. He doesn't. And now I can actually play this and this, which isn't bad. He's got 8 cards. He'd have to play 3 of them for this not to have a bonus. He could use, of course, True Silver Champion to kill it. Does he have it? True Silver Champion? This thing hits for 6 every turn, so you kind of have to be careful about that. And then I have a Sunwalker to protect it. He could definitely have things that would bail him out of this, but it's, you know, a little bit tense. I'd say he's on the back foot here. He's got the card advantage for sure. I've only got 6 cards. He's already got 8. I mean, I'm not counting the totem. So he's got the card advantage, but he's on the back foot with the 6-4 and a Wind Fury 3-2 to deal with. He's hesitating. I don't know if he has the answer to this situation. Really hesitating a lot. Okay, makes a recruit, so he must have a good card because you wouldn't want to make a recruit here with a Goblin Sapper in play. He's going to consecrate. Alright, I am down with that. So it kills my Wind Fury guy, but it also shows that he really didn't have a good answer because he let me keep a 6-2. Alright, I could Stormpike the recruit and hit him for 6, try to start getting some damage on. I could play more conservatively, just kill his recruit and play a Sunwalker. I think I will do this. I'm sacrificing a lot of damage just to kill that recruit, but he's in a perennial pickle where if he keeps playing recruits, then this thing keeps staying big, so he needs to kill this off somehow. And next turn I would actually Frost Shock the recruit or Stormpike the recruit so I can actually hit him for real with the Sapper. If he plays a big minion, I could trade the Sapper into it, which is a huge win. Alright, the Shredder is very good for him. I've got 3 silences in this deck, but none of them are here. Okay, speak of the devil. Well, let's think about this. I think the move is actually really clear. I can't do anything about that Stalker. So we're going to Stormpike that guy, Earth Shock him, stop him from getting his minion. Hit him in the face for 10 damage, which is not to be scoffed at. I could Frost Shock his face, but that seems a bit aggressive. Let's see what he wants to do here. Now he needs to play 2 cards for this to drop back down to be a 2-1, which isn't too hard to do with 8 mana. But there's a Sunwalker to deal with, so how can you deal with the situation? Sneed's Old Shredder, Death Rattle, summon a random legendary minion. Alright. So that's fancy. I used up my silence, my Earth Shock. I didn't get another one. So he's going to get a random legendary minion. Now this isn't necessarily going to be a good random legendary minion. I think the move... I'm definitely going to be making a totem here. Let's see what I get. 6, 10, 14. I mean, he's almost dead. So what we're going to do here is hit him in the face for all the damage. Frost Shock this thing. Stop it from attacking. And just play more stuff. Let's give taunts to the 1-1. See what he can do. If he can play an Equality Consecration, he might win. But at 4 health, I could still top deck like a Fire Elemental and a Lightning Bolt and win it. If he doesn't have the board clear, I'm just going to kill him with all this stuff. Sneed's Old Shredder. So 8 mana. I don't actually think it's a good ranked card, but in the arena, that's a pretty nice bomb. So, okay, Goblin Sapper might be better than I thought. I don't know. When I looked at him, I was like, well, how often is that really going to come up? And then it happened in one game, it happened in another game. As I've said from the very beginning, from my earliest days making videos, if you say something's bad but it keeps being good, then at some point you have to admit it's not a bad thing, it just happened to be good. It might just actually be a good thing. Maybe Goblin Sapper is good. I mean, it is a 2-4 for 3, which isn't terrible by any means. And unlike the Illuminator, which for half the classes it just never comes up, the Illuminator is the other 2-4 for 3 with a questionable ability. It doesn't come up for half the classes. The Sapper can come up theoretically against anyone. And he got that card advantage from the Acolyte early on, which made the Goblin Sapper be super effective. I have a 2-3-4 curve. It's good enough, I'm going to actually just keep it. I don't want to mulligan this and get like another 2-drop, and then be stuck on turn 4 with nothing good happening. Alright, I've got a Sun Free Protector, so this would have been a perfect 2-player curve, second player curve. As it is, I'm praying he doesn't do anything on turn 1. This is actually really big, because if he doesn't do anything on turn 1, I can play the Zap-O-Matic. That'll put 3 damage on his face and kill almost any 2-drop he would play. Big moment here. Big moment. He's the second player, So that means it's a little bit more likely I'll get the Goblin Sapper to work, but I'm not that concerned about it. I'm fine just playing him as a 2-4 for 3. That'll stop a lot of threats. That'll quench a lot of threats. And then if it happens to work, then great. Point null. Alright, he is hovering over his stuff, and he does have a play. Damn it. Annoying. Micro Machine. Very annoying. Okay, well, I think this is more valuable to me than the Zap-O-Matic. Zap-O-Matic deals good damage, but this thing, giving minions taunt, can be really important. He's got a Berserker. So my Sapper doesn't look quite as good here. Definitely not the Master. I am just going to play the Sapper, though. He can turn on Enrage, but then I can hit him right back and finish the deal. Oh, it sucks that he had a coin play. That just puts him in the lead. Alright, he makes a Recruit, which is good to see. Oh, does he actually have something? What the hell? Blessing of Wisdom. Okay, so that's going to be a 2-mana cycle, or a 1-mana cycle. Oh, he's not hitting my minion. Right, he's just going to get 2 cards out of that bitch. Shit. Alright, Earth Shock. That's interesting, so I can actually finish this off if I wanted to. What's my other option? I can play the Shredder. He hits me again, kill the Recruit. He hits me again, gets another card. If he gets me again, gets another card, he goes up to 7. You know what? Fine, you do that. If you want to do that, you can do that. I'll let him get another card. Because now these guys are actually, I mean, my guy's actually killing his. If he plays something, this drops back to a 2-3, but then if he attacks with this, goes back up to a 6-3, and then this thing can't kill this because it's got 3 health. So what he needs here is like a buff. If he could play like a Shattered Sun Cleric, that would be the dream. It would make this a 3-4, drop this back down to a 2-3. Alright, Choose Over Champion's alright. He has to kill the Sapper. But then I get to kill off his Berserker, so it's kind of a wash. I mean, he's up to 6 cards, I'll have 7. Yeah, and I get a thing from this. I don't know, it's close. Haunted Creeper. Okay, this is actually a good draw. What I'm going to do is kill that off, play the Spider, and I'm going to give it taunt. So I'm underutilizing my mana here, but this is really annoying. For Truce Over Champion, you don't want to hit the Spiders with it. If he Consecrates, this thing will live. Oh man, ouch. Well, that'll do, I guess. So I get a Pyromancer and a couple of Spiders. Well played. Shit, that was a pretty good response there. So he had some good stuff to my good stuff, and his stuff in the end was a little bit better than my stuff. Good story, bro. Okay, well, I could still catch back up and win this, but I'm not getting any of my big stuff. Like, if I had a Fire Elemental here, I might actually be in the game. As it is, it's going to be tough. Let's get a Totem. Spell damage would be nice. I actually get it. Alright, so we're going to just silence and kill that thing. And, throw a Spider and this to kill that thing. Hit him in the face. Play that. I wonder what's happening here. So he's got 6 cards. I have a very weak board and hand. Yeah, he's got this down. That Purifier was too good, and the Truce Over Champion was really, really good too. And Creeper. Difficult card to deal with. I've only got 3 damage on the table. Frost Shock doesn't even really help me very much. I think what I need to do here is actually recombobulate this to see if I can get a better 3-drop. Oh, I should have run into it first. Oh, bummer. Ah, wow. That is not a bad thing to recombobulate. I really should have attacked this thing first. I could have dealt the damage to it. Well, let's Frost Shock it for 2 damage, so my guy's ready to kill it. And pass the turret. Okay, let's see what happens. I guess I was hoping for Healing Totem, so I could heal up the Blade Master after it runs into the Fen Creeper. But he's got a full hand, and my board is very, very, very weak. I've dealt no damage. I'm not going to burn him out anytime soon. I'd say I'm actually down in this game. Stampeding Kodo could kill just about anything. It's a 1-1. He makes a Recruit. All in all, that wasn't the most impressive turn he could have hoped for. Ah, Frost Elemental. Okay, this is fine. So we're going to do this. This. So I can get a totem. Hopefully it is a healing totem. It is. Lovely dovely. We're going to freeze the Kodo. Frost Elemental. You know, I used to actually be like, oh, that card's underrated. It's decent. You should play with it more. And I would make pains to take it. and then I kind of fell off the bandwagon. But I gotta say, I took this grudgingly. I've been really happy to have it. All right, he's got a Consecration, which knocks most of my stuff out of here. A Truce of a Champion, which will knock out the rest. So he's had good removal, which is what he needed to win. So now I'm in trouble. I can deal 6 damage to him, hitting him down to 11, but it's really not anywhere close to burning him out. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Taunt. Interesting. Alright, well, let's see how far we can take this injured Blade Master, I guess. Currently, my Taunt Totem protects the Blade Master. If I can just keep hitting him with the Blade Master, maybe I'll win a game. But it's not likely at the moment. He's got a Holy Wrath, okay, RNG. Oh, he hits the Totem, smart. That was very smart, actually, because it ensured that he could kill the, almost ensured that he could kill the Blade Master. Okay, 11 health. I can't burn that down. There's just no way. There's just no way. All right, well played. That was unfortunate. He had too much removal. Okay. Let's see what our reward is for this 8-win run. And I do believe we've got time for one more game. So let's hit it. Come on. There we go. Shaman. 8 wins. Check out my stats. 6.9 average. Not bad. I'll be pretty happy if I can keep that up. Golden Shield Maiden. I don't know if I need to disenchant that or not. Let's open up the pack. That was a very cardy reward. Eaglehorn Bone Shield Maiden. Pack. Nothing special. Tinker's Sharp Sword Oil. Played with that in my rogue run. Final verdict, meh. Wasn't that happy about it. Because to trigger the combo, you have to play a minion, which means that the minion buffing thing might be wasted. Okay, I can play any of these that I want. Do I have a quest for any of those? Rogue or Warrior? I did play Rogue pretty recently, but you know what? Let's just get this out of the way. I seem to be going in cycles. Rogue's my least favorite class, so let's just go ahead and take it right now. Alright, Iron Sensei, at the end of your turn, give another friendly mech +2/+2. Wow, that's nifty, but you know what? Sludge Belcher is Sludge Belcher, so we're going to just take it. Okay, Mech Warper, very good, but I mean backstab, so passing on some good mechs here. Don't like this. Really didn't like it at all. We're going to take a Grizzly. It's Taunt, it's a decent size. Premier cards here, Premier 2-drop, Premier 4-drop, tough to say. I'm going to take the Yeti, but I could definitely see myself regretting that, I'm not sure. Bomb Lobber is terrific, so here we have a problem of not enough early stuff. Deadly Poison fixes that a little bit. And I'm going to take Geomancer, we're just going to do it. I want that for the backstabs and the eviscerates. These are bad 5s, so we'll take another Deadly Poison. Ugh. I really don't like this thing. Sprint, it's nice to have one of in the deck. I don't like this card very much. Oh god, I don't like that card very. You know, I'm just gonna trust my instincts. We're gonna take a sprint, just to have the one of them in there. Goblin Sapper or Questing Adventurer. You know, Questing Adventurer can be really good. So can Goblin Sapper. I don't like paying 6 for the Auctioneer. I think in the arena he was already kind of a mixed bag at 5. We'll take the Quester, but I don't know. I could see that going either way. Alright, we'll take a Betrayal there. And this guy I like, unlike the 2-mana version of him. Spiders and Leper Gnomes both great, but Silence is really important nowadays, so we'll take a Spellbreaker. This could actually be really good. I've got 2 Deadly Poisons, so I'm going to take it, even though it doesn't look right curve-wise. Oh, this is bad. Well, that's the one I'll take, I guess. Fan of Knives I do love, even though Blood Celebrator would have been good. This Micro Machine has been really annoying. In fact, I think I'm going to take it over the Ringleader. If people don't deal with that guy, it's such an obnoxious pain. Another one, it's like the 3rd one I'm seeing. Or another Geomancer. Well, I don't have enough stuff for the Geomancer, so I guess we will take this oil. Alright, South Sea Deckhand. I don't think I have enough for this. No, not really. Yeah, nothing. A Sludge Belcher is the only thing. So I could take this for some more removal / charge, or just this for solid 2-drops. I've got a decent amount of removal. Let's take the solid 2-drop. Egg. The egg doesn't really work in this deck. I have no synergy with it, apart from the oil, which is pretty much a stretch. The Assassin I don't want to take as my high end. I'd rather have 5s or 6s, so I guess we're taking another Quester, though I'm not that jazzed about it. Still don't want to take more 7s. I'd rather take a 5 or a 6, given that I already have a 7-mana play. Elven Archer, I'll take her. I don't want that 7 expensive thing. A third Deadly Poison I think would be a mistake. I don't like these guys. We'll take an Archmage, because I could use a 6 drop, I suppose. Arcane Golem for finishing power. And Ascension for awesome power. Another backstab. I think with the Geomancer in the deck, I think I do want another backstab there. Explosive Sheep for some more removal is okay. And another Ascension? Sure. I got enough removal, I don't need the other Betrayal. Jesus Christ, I still don't need that other Betrayal. Betrayal's already a card that sometimes doesn't work. Do I take a War Golem? No, I just can't stomach it. We'll take a Shield Bearer. That helps with the oil. Tinkers. Did I pass on the oil? No, it's right there. Alright, let's take a Spectral Knight. It's a fantastic 5-drop. Can win games. And we get a Legendary to kick things off. Hilarious. So this would work with Sludge Belcher. And I think that's it. I don't think I have any other Death Rattles. Well, this. But I don't think that's actually very good. So this is just a 1/7 for 4. This is a 4/7 for 5, which is honestly solid. Question is, how much do I value Deathwing? Let's go for the Deathwing for comedy's sake. A 5/7 for 5 is terrific. Don't get me wrong. And that probably was the objectively right move, but Deathwing can sometimes save you when you'd otherwise lose. Or at least it's like, oh, well, I might lose if they have removal for Deathwing, but at least if they don't have removal, I have a chance of winning. So we'll see. I'll take my chances. And it is the more fun card. Let's have a little fun sometimes, right? I mean, right?
Valera versus Garrosh. Victory or death.
Okay, Warrior for our first opponent. This ended up being a pretty high curve deck, so I've gone away from my ultra low cost drafting strategy. Get a Questing Adventurer with Backstab, so it has a chance of being a 3/3 if I'm kind of lucky. Might have to use the Backstab though on turn 2 if the Geomancer, or if he plays anything really. That's pretty much all it is. If he plays something, I would definitely kill it with Backstab if I could. And he's got to play. Please don't be anything that respawns or anything annoying like that. It's the one thing I didn't want to see. God damn it. Alright, well, we'll do it. We'll do it. I'll backstab this thing and then ploink a spider. I can ploink the other spider next turn. That was really just like, seriously, the one minion in all of Hearthstone that I didn't want to see. Hilarious. I should not have actually been playing this game. I should have ended the video at 45 minutes, but whatever. Okay, so with Backstab gone, we can't kill this now. Deadly Poison. Alright, we'll do it. Sure. I don't know what's going on here. Might as well. So now this spider sticks around. I don't want to use Deadly Poison against it. It's... oh, Jesus, so annoying. Seriously, the one minion in all of Hearthstone. And I guess that's why it's good to sometimes play those spiders. But I have lost because I've played the spiders instead of a different minion before. If he played his Berserker first, I could have Geomancer, Backstab, killed it. Okay, he passes on turn 3. That's just the kind of break I was hoping for. Explosive Sheep, you're too early to the party. I'm not going to waste Deadly Poison on that spider. We're going to wait and see what he plays. I have a pretty weak hand, honestly. So because I didn't kill the spider, he's going to get to kill my Trog and get a free pirate. Luckily, I can kill at least the pirate with my poison. Alright, things could be worse. Things could definitely be worse. Wow. That was just the top deck of the century there. We get to kill this, play Spectral Knight. It survives against Deathspite, even with the Deathspite Death Rattle, and then I have a 4/1 untargetable. Which, you know, he can kill with something like a Stormpike Commando, but it's not trivial. It's not a trivial thing to kill. This could have been a Goblin Sapper, would have been a 2/4 for 3. I guess I'd rather that right now than a Questing Adventurer. Matter Bomber will let him finish off my Spectral Knight. Unfortunately. And then he's left with a 5/3 that I can't really deal with. Alright. Much as I hate to do this, I'm going to give him a Mana Crystal. So he jumps to 7. 6 is, you don't want to jump someone to 6. Jumping someone to 7 I think is generally less scary. Man, I never got any assassinates or saps in this run, so that's a big problem. Let's see what he wants to do though. If he doesn't have a good turn here, I could sprint. But if he puts some board pressure out, I might not be able to get away with sprinting. He gets Gorehowl. Alright, well, it's good and bad. It's bad because he's going to get to kill all my minions, but it's good because I get to sprint now, and so I'm doing fine on cards. I think sprint is definitely the move here. Alright, Sludge Belcher. Wow, that's a really tricky question. Soul Priest plus Light of the Naro. I doubt it because the creature isn't at full health, but who knows? Okay, so this is a bit of a problem. I can't actually deal with that at all in this lightest. I could play Dagger, Poison, and then get a Sheep Corsair. He's actually going to throw the Gorehowl at my face? Wow. That tells me he's got really good burn potential. He would not have done that unless he thought he could kill me with like other weapons and stuff. So we need to go in the defensive here. I need to play Sludge Belcher. And then I actually have enough mana to play Dread Corsair. Oh, that was an error. Okay, that could be a mind game. That could be a mind game, like he's trying to pretend like he screwed up, but really he's going to burn me out with weapons. I'm going to assume that's the case. Interesting. Alright, so I cannot quite play this pirate. I can do Dagger, Poison, and then the pirate's 1 mana, which I don't have. So, because I can't do that, we'll just go ahead and play Fairy Dragon. And pass the turn. I could Elven Archer this thing, but I'd rather that be a surprise. Arcanite Reaper, so he did have more burn. I think he was mind gaming me. Sludge Belcher is very good here. It saves me 9 health, which is kind of a big deal. Main problem now is, of course, the fact that this thing's at 3 health and I can't kill it unless he plays Betrayal. Or unless he plays something that lets me use Betrayal.
For the king.
And he does not. Actually, this thing won't kill that thing. And it doesn't work with spell damage either. Fudge Sickles. Alright. This I could ping off with my Archer, but that thing would still live, maddeningly. Alright. I think I have to do this thing. Gonna get my pirate out here. Use Betrayal to kill that.
Here we go.
Use my weapon to kill that. And we're gonna ping this with the Archer. And I'll just play the Geomancer, because why the hell not? He's got a lot of cards, I'm low on health. If he has actual remover for this and can hit me with the Reaper, I might be in big trouble. But if he has to Arcanite Reap this thing, take 3 damage, and I can play the Archmage, I could actually end up being okay. Okay, he does hit that, which is good. Spider Tank is big, but not the worst thing that could have happened. And the Worgen I can kill with my Poison, although of course then I'm getting really low on health. But I have to do it, because as the old saying goes, if it's going to hit you anyway, you might as well kill it. With the Elven Archer gone, I don't have any way to trigger my own sheep, unless I draw, like, Backstab or something. He's going to slam this and not draw a card, so he's just trying to finish me off, which I cannot blame him for. Fan of Knives. Interesting. I think I have to go for it. So we're going to Archmage, do Fan of Knives, deal 2 damage. Deathwing. Deathwing. Alright, we're going to get to kill that off. And I have to do this because if it's going to hit you anyway, you might as well kill it. Let's see if he has an Arcanite Reaper or something. It would win him the game. Deathwing does not destroy weapons, of course. Sheep plus Deathwing is not a very good combo, because the minions are all dead already. Alright, he's threatening to hit me for 4 damage. I can't do anything about it. Deathwing would kill off my own thing. Can I draw some removal? Get a Questing Adventure. Yeah, nothing I can do here. We're just going to have to go for the wing. So this could have been a 5-7 for 5, which probably would have actually been better. Now he's got 3 cards to Deathwing. He either needs to threaten enough damage to kill me with, or kill Deathwing. If Deathwing hits him twice, then I'll win. So this is quite the cliffhanger ending to this video. Does he have the Deathwing removal or the damage? He has an Ogre Warmaul, which is comical. Wow, that is a comical weapon to be using. Is he actually going to go for this right here? Because he has a 50-50 chance of losing on the spot. He actually goes for it. And he hits me in the face that didn't fire. Oh my god. I got an Iron for a Grizzly. Okay, so the thing is here, if he attacks the Grizzly with this Warmaul, then there's a 50% chance that it'll hit the wrong enemy, at which point there's a 50% chance that he's going to hit Deathwing or my face. Even if he hits my face, though, he doesn't kill me. He needs another damage like an Elven Archer or something, or a Mortal Strike. Warriors are not too good on the direct damage. It's just minions and the Mortal Strike is pretty much it. He goes for it, doesn't trigger it. He takes 3 damage. He has a Cobra. Does he give it charge? Does he have a way to give it charge? Does he have a way to give it charge to hit my Deathwing and kill it off? He needs charge, MVP charge right here. Does he have it? He has Inner Rage, which will not do it. So we do get the win off of Deathwing, though probably the 5-7 or 7 would have been just as good. Although he had the Spiteful Smith that I couldn't kill, I don't know. Anyway, pretty exciting ending to this. Trogdor 18 goes down to Deathwing. Definitely happy with that draft choice, even though it was objectively wrong. I think we're okay with that. And that'll do it, folks. Thanks for watching. Please like and or subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Take care, everybody.